Welcome to Daily Dose of Aramaic, and in honor of Christmas 2025, we're going to have a special series, and I'm introducing today Codex Climaci Rescriptus. Now you can see a leaf from the Codex here. The overwriting, the text that is clear, is John Climacus's The Ladder of Divine Ascent, and you can even see some ladders there written on the page. And then the underwriting is in Christian Palestinian Aramaic, and this particular part that we're going to be looking at includes scriptures from the Old Jerusalem lectionary, which had been known as a collection, but only from many centuries later in Armenian and Georgian. Codex Climaci Rescriptus was rediscovered and collected by Agnes Smith Lewis and Margaret Dunlop Gibson. They were remarkable Semiticists at the turn of the previous century, and from 1895 to 1906, collected what remains of Codex Climaci Rescriptus and published it in 1909. And here we see the passage that we're going to look at, Matthew 1:18-25. On the left, interestingly, in Estrangula script, and then on the right, a critical edition of the Greek text at the time. Now here is my UBS 4, and I want to point out something interesting. In the very first verse of this passage, the text Jesus Christ is attested, as you can see in the blue there, by Syriac lectionaries, and you see the last one is PAL. Bruce Metzger, in his book The Text of the New Testament, explains that siglum is referring to the Old Jerusalem lectionary in Christian Palestinian Aramaic, most likely dating from about the 5th century. So we're dealing here with a useful document for New Testament textual criticism that is fairly early. Now, this text appears in a much more modern edition in a corpus of Christian Palestinian Aramaic. These are the pages that show our text that we will be analyzing. And Codex Climaci Rescriptus, which is currently in the collection of the Bible Museum in Washington, D.C., was until 2023 the focus of a 10-year research project at Tyndale House in Cambridge, where scholars used multispectral imaging to get a better look at the underwritten Christian Palestinian Aramaic text. So this is exciting. This will be our first examination of a New Testament text in Aramaic in now the over 4-year history of Daily Dose of Aramaic. I'm excited about this. Let's start in the next video.